Hi everyone, I'm Rita and today I'm going to share my study. And the topic is corpus analysis on lexical coverage of university electrical engineering textbooks in Taiwan. Starting from introduction, the context of this study is Taiwan, where English is used as a foreign language. However, students in Taiwan who are in the university have to study English medium textbooks. And this is always complained by these students that they have difficulty understanding what is written in the textbook. So what they will do is to find translated version of the textbook or maybe just give up studying the textbook. And I believe that this is something that we don't want to see. And this situation is most significant in engineering department since their textbooks have many complex abstract ideas and also there are many discipline specific words and technical words. In terms of reading comprehension, most researchers agree that general reading skills can operate most efficiently when the reader possesses a critical mass of L2 knowledge, referred to as the threshold of L2 knowledge. And so this makes me really curious about what is the vocabulary size needed for students to understand their textbooks. And also, if they've just graduated from high school, are their vocabulary size big enough? So this leads us to two research questions. The first one, what is the vocabulary size needed for FO learners to achieve adequate comprehension for English medium electrical engineering university textbook? And second, what is the lexical coverage gap between the Taiwanese basic 1200 word list, CEC6 level word list, and the English medium electrical engineering university textbooks? And for lexical coverage, there are some thresholds that were proposed by researchers. For reading comprehension, Loeffler proposed 90% as the optimal comprehension and 95% as minimal. As for listening comprehension, Zeeland and Schmidt proposed 95% to achieve good comprehension of the listening material. And concluded by Webb, he said that above 90% can lead to reasonable comprehension. As for vocabulary size needed, Nation has one proposed that if a reader knows not enough words in a running text, then reading will certainly be a struggle for them. And also, the difficulty of each reading material is not the same, so the needed vocabulary size is also not the same. And something quite interesting mentioned by him is vocabulary knowledge enables language use enables increase of vocabulary knowledge, and knowledge of the world enables the increase of vocabulary knowledge and language use, which means that vocabulary knowledge is not the only element in reading comprehension. And these are some past studies that are conducted on university textbooks, including analyzing the needed vocabulary size, level, text coverage, and also the readability. And for methodology, the material I collected are 13 electrical engineering textbooks, and the word lists I use are BNC COCA word family list and CEC6 level word list, basic 1200 word list. And when collecting the textbooks, what I did is first check the syllabus of the NTU Electrical Engineering Department. And also, these textbooks are most used in their compulsory courses, as we can see in this list. And the instrument I use to measure the lexical coverage is Antwerp Profiler. Also, to restore the word family of the word list, I use the familiarizer. And for data analysis, Loeffler and Webb's threshold were used, and 98% as optimal, 95% as minimal, and 90% as reasonable comprehension. And let's look at the results. So for answering the first question about the vocabulary size needed for them to achieve adequate understanding of electrical engineering textbooks, we can see that the token coverage is 91%, which means the readers can reach reasonable comprehension after acquiring these words. However, as we can see that it is only until level 34 that achieve 91%. It means that the readers have to possess over 25,000 of words to be able to understand the text. And for question 2, about the lexical coverage of the Taiwanese high school word list, the coverage that is before familiarization is only 48.3, but after that, it comes to 61, which is much higher. However, these numbers tells us that the vocabulary size of the high school graduates are not quite enough for them to cover the university textbooks that are in electrical engineering department. And so what we find is BNC COCA word list covers 91% and the basic 1200 word list and CEC word list only 61%. So this tells us that university students should acquire more vocabulary words to achieve adequate understanding of their own textbooks. And so the pedagogical implications we can get. First, for teachers, maybe the teachers can teach the students some disciplines with specific words and also the abbreviations so that they can understand the context. And also maybe they can provide students with suitable technical word lists and engineering word lists. As for students, as Nisha mentioned, vocabulary knowledge is only one of the elements needed in reading. So maybe they have to try hard to gain more disciplined knowledge. And also, when they are reading, they have to use the reading strategy. When they encounter words that they don't know, maybe they can first highlight the words and then look them up later. As for limitations and future directions, as we can see in these 3 photos, there are actually many abbreviations, codes, and symbols that have no meaning or the students actually understand. But these are all counted into the non-level list words coverage. So I think this is something that we can fix in future studies since I failed to find a proper tool to fix this time. And instead of just testing on BNC COCA word list and the high school word list, I think maybe we can also conduct studies to test on the engineering specific word list corpuses. And so we can determine which one is the most suitable for our students to read. Okay, and that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much.